Hey y'all, it's Nani. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Before we even get started, I'm going to ask you to please hit the like button, and if you can subscribe, please do that. All right, today we're going to talk about Seaside Season and some of the more difficult tasks that people are getting, the things that are causing people trouble. I'm just going to try to give you a little information, not in any real order. Well, actually, it's in alphabetical order. So, all right, here we go. All right, first off, barrel scarabs, and you find those on the island of Marvelous Oasis, and you have to be through the quest to a certain point before these dunes open up for you. Once the dunes open up, you will be able to come in here and sift, and you can see there are 10 of them. It costs 50 to travel to Marvelous Oasis, and there you go, sifting for barrel scarabs, and this requires strength. All right, next task is sell goods at the bazaar on the island of Eastern Bazaar. These are permanent islands that I've just said, Oasis and Bazaar. And this is the little station where you sell goods, and there are a lot of other things you can sell in here, but they require more time, so I took the things that take the least amount of time, and here they are and how much time they take. It's only 10 to travel to Eastern Bazaar. All right, next, also a permanent island. This is Olive Groves, the island of Olive Groves. It's 50 to travel there. Also requiring strength to sift in for the debris, find caskets among the debris. And I've got them marked here. There are 4 beaches with debris on it, and it's 15 to sift in each of those. If you're interested in what you get from those caskets when you're sifting, here you go. Take a look at that. All right, catching butterflies. Of course, if you have your island of flower nectar completed, you will have your pond on your home island and you can catch them there. If you have that pond, then you also have completed flower nectar and you have 1 butterfly pond there, so make sure to take plumeria. Island of Marvelous Oasis, there are 3 butterfly patches that do not require plumeria. Island of Olive Groves has 3 there. 1 of them is a patch that does not require plumeria, and 2 ponds that do require plumeria. Also, butterflies can be found on all around temporary islands. The Florin Islands, you can get them around on turtles and things like that. But for certain go-to areas, there you go. And this is the travel: 50 for Oasis, 50 for Olive Groves, only 35 to go to island of flower nectar. All right, the cotton seems to be throwing a lot of people. If you get this, of course you can use it in the loom. If you do not have the loom, there are other ways you can do it. The easiest, cheapest way would be to go to your order board and wait until you get a cotton there. If all of these are not cotton, then hit your trash can, and it only takes 15 minutes for these to come back up again, and just do that until you get the cotton, and you can do it that way. A quick and easy way is to find somebody's ship that is requiring cotton. Turtle eggs. Okay, so this one's like almost impossible to complete if you're not prepared. So make your fish and chips. Go over to your turtle island. You know what? I didn't even, hang on one second. All right, here we go. Turtle Island, permanent island, only 5 to travel there. Take your fish and chips, go over, get your turtle, the guy going out to look for your turtle eggs, so that when it comes time to get this quest, then you already have these made and you don't have to wait like 7 hours or something to make those. There's not enough time. It's, I think, 21 hours or whatever to do it all, and you just don't have enough time, so you need to have that done. Get your turtle eggs sitting there waiting to be collected. All right, fishing. You can always use diamonds to speed up the fishing holes on your home island. Of course, you know you have 5 on your home island. This is to catch 20. If you have the lagoon done, there are 3 holes there, so don't forget about those. Island of the Turtles, only 5 to travel, and there are 2 holes there, and these are 24-hour holes. Eastern Bazaar, there's one hole, and that is a 24-hour hole, and it's only 10 to travel. Marvelous Oasis, these are 5-hour holes, so this is a good one. If you've got Oasis done, it's 50 to travel, but there's 3 holes you can collect every 5 hours, or a fish every 5 hours. Olive Groves has one hole, 24 hours, and then Oracles has 4 holes. 3 of them are 24 hours, and one of them is 48 hours. So you could get your fishing done if you have these islands done easier without the use of any diamonds. This is just a weird thing I noticed, and I don't know if I'm cray-cray or if anybody agrees with me. If you want to put something in the comments, let me know. So a couple of times I came in, and the first thing I always do is collect off my hammocks because I don't want them getting full. And it seemed to me like when I did that, and then I clicked on the ticket to open this up, what I had just collected off here didn't count. It didn't count in here. So I have tried to train myself and make a habit. When I come to my home island, first time I log in during the day, I open this ticket first. That way, anything I do is going to apply toward it. I don't know if I'm nuts. You guys let me know if I'm nuts or not. But it seems that once I open the ticket, if I collect off my hospitality items, then it does apply. But if I collect first and then open the ticket, then that has not applied. So, I mean, that's what I noted. You guys let me know what you think about that. I think I might have this out of order. This is where I didn't even get the screenshot of the task, but say like you have to use mango, or these are papaya. If you have to use a lot of papaya and you can't figure out how to do it, or if you just have your kitchen and all you're working with is fruit salad, if you don't have your beautician, you can use this. If you do have the beautician, there's 4 here. If you don't have it, don't forget about your order board. Again, I think I needed to put this somewhere else, but don't forget about your order board. Just come over here, use the trash can to get rid of stuff until you get the ones that you need to complete your task. Same thing, order board again. This is for cotton, and that's on the order board. And just use the trash can, delete, delete, delete until you get the cotton. This goes for basically anything that you're required to do and where you have to use something. Just check don't forget about your order board. I keep my order board hidden so I forget it's even there, is my point. Alright, next, find raw amulets, and you find those on the island of Mysterious Pyramid. It's only 10 to travel. Alright, I want to visit this island because you can also find amulets in here, but you're only going to get, I think, 1 from this. And that requires coins. And I don't have enough coins to be wasting 5,000 coins to do that for sifting for 1 raw amulet. But you can, and let me just get out here. In here is a pit to sift. There's another one in here and another one in here. So you have 4 on here that you can sift. I cannot remember how long it takes for that. Oh my god, I really don't want to spend 5k coins to check and see. Somebody please put it in the comments how long it takes for these pits to get done. Anyway, I have a better tip. So you make your talisman, your travel talisman in here. It takes 2 pigment to do that. And what I do, you can see I have 4 of these to enter the pyramid. So I will go in here, enter the pyramid. This is an easy one. So I would check to see what the map looks like and how far I can get with what energy I have. Of course, I have a lot, but I know some people don't. So I would probably go in and complete this. If it says like moderate or difficult, maybe I wouldn't. You check the map. Check the map first and see if you have what you need and if you have this stuff that you need to go in. And you don't necessarily have to complete the entire island. So I guess my tip, what I was going to say, if I came right here and this was a difficult level and I didn't have all the stuff and it took a lot of energy, like 1200 energy, I would skip it. I would go in, I would come back out and enter again in here. I would come in again, and I would go until I found a nice easy one that I could complete. Okay, complete or not complete. Okay, so this is 15 raw amulets right here, and they're all right here in the front. So maybe with just a few hundred energy, not even that. I mean, some of those islands are like 300 to complete in its entirety. And if you just check the maps, and pick the easiest way. So one of the things I did note is that you get 5 raw amulets for fighting these little tiny snakes. So that's 10 right there. I mean, this could be completed just like right here. These tall jugs have 3 in them. So you can just come over and get yourself into a couple of little places, collect the jugs, and then you don't even need to complete the entire island. So easy peasy. So this, you don't have to complete, this doesn't say to complete a pyramid trial. It just says get 15 raw amulets, and they're like all over the place in these little jugs. 1 in each of those, 3, 3, 5 for fighting these little guys, and then be done with it. Alright, so this is going to apply to like the strawberries, or this is actually going to apply to a lot of things where you have to use a lot of something. Cocoa, cotton, and strawberries are really hard. I want to point out that if you get one of these where you have to use a lot and there's not enough time to do it in your bar or in making spicy chocolate in your kitchen, look for a ship that has a crate that needs filled. You may need to reach out to your neighbor. And the other thing, and that applies to these fruits and everything, again, your order boards. So just trash right here, and a new order will come up in 15 minutes until you get what you need. But one way to get these big ones, use this cocoa, is to go looking around on ships of your neighbors and try and find somebody that's got a couple of crates that need filled. Alright, load yacht crates. Okay, you can see this one is 3 here, but this one over here is 8. So the 3 is pretty easy, you can do your own, but the 8 is a little more difficult. So you have to remember that counts. It counts to fill your neighbor's crates as well as your own. So do your own ship, plus go find some neighbors that need some ship help, and you don't have to speed your own ship up. That's the point. Go out and find your neighbors that need their crates filled. If nobody needs their crate filled, reach out to somebody you know and ask them to pink their crates for you. That way you can get this done without the use of any diamonds. On that note, I have a tip. This is what I've done with 2 of my minis. I changed the words down here. Rowan's ship is for neighbors, Seaside Season, and coins. And the same thing, Stacy's ship is for neighbors, Seaside Season, and coins. And I'm not doing these ships myself. They're not for any other purpose than for people who have that quest that need to fill ship crates, and for people that are in need of coins. So if you're not going to be filling your ships and sending them off, you might want to consider doing something like this. So because if you're in the business of filling and doing ships for each other, people are going to require something back. In this case, I'm not watching to see who filled my ships and send back to them because they did so. This is for their purpose only. So if you need Seaside Season or coins, you're welcome to come fill my ships. But don't think I'm going to be coming back to check your ship. I'm not. This is specifically for that purpose. Alright, I don't have the screenshot. I totally thought I did. There is one of those quests that is to use like a ridiculous amount of strength in the time allotted. So I wish I had that. I'm going to look for that. I think it's like 200 strength in the time allotted you have to use. So you need to be emptying your strength and letting it refill as quickly as you can. So these are the ways you can do that. One member in my group had given a good tip about intentionally fail at your home island butterflies. So if you don't have these other islands done, and you can't go to all these other things to do to use your strength, then just flip on your pond or whatever and intentionally fail, and that'll empty your strength and allow you to continue to do that. Okay, also, if you don't have this pond on your home island, you can still go over and visit the island of flower nectar. That's this one right here. It's 35 to travel. And right in the front of the island is a pond that you can put plumeria on. You need to have plumeria and take it over there, and you'll be able to do the same thing on that pond. It's just going to take you travel food. The other way is on the island of Plant Kingdom, only 5 to travel. You can battle the sundews that are over there, and there are 3 sundews. They're real easy to get to. And okay, what's next? The Island of Marvelous Oasis. 50 to travel. There are 3 butterfly patches and 10 sand dunes. Easy peasy to dump your energy over there, or your strength over there for sure. Okay, Island of Olive Groves, same thing. 3 butterflies over there, 2 ponds and 1 patch, and then 4 flip games to play in the debris piles on the beach. So those are just some ways to use up your strength, and yeah, there you go, strength. Dang it, I wish I had that screenshot. Here's just a map I had of, this is the island of Olive Groves, and you can see there's a butterfly pond there. There's one back here. We got a recurring patch back here every 24 hours. And then you've got this flip game you can play right here. And unfortunately, I don't remember the timer on the flip game for the debris piles on the beach. If anybody knows that, please put it in the comments. Thank you. All right, we were just talking about one of the ways to use strength is on Plant Kingdom, fighting the sundews. This goes with that, and it also goes with the actual quest to fight sundews. So there are 3 on Island of Plant Kingdom, and they don't take a lot of energy to get to them. Now, the key here is this will cover back over with clouds partially. So if you keep an eye on it and visit this island frequently and see it start to come back, it might only be like a chop or 2 to get it back open again. So this says 325 to get to it. That would be initially. But if you watch it and keep an eye on it, then as this starts to fill back in, give it 1 or 2 chops and it'll open back up and stay open for you, so that these are there for you to fight if you get this quest right here. So, and there they are, 42 strength to fight those little mini baby sundews, and that's only 5 to travel to the Island of Plant Kingdom. All right, a few other tips that I've noticed doing the Seaside season. All right, the axe. A lot of times you'll get that one to do 10 axe or whatever, and you can do that just making firewood in your carpenter, but I completely forgot that you can also use this axe in your stone carver. And I just have these ready, sitting up here to collect, so that it applies right away as soon as I get that particular task. Okay, so here's the thing. You see this one, make 8 red pigment. So I thought, foolishly, that if I had these 3 made and I put the other 5 in there and went to bed, that it would apply when I woke up in the morning. I will have completed that task successfully. That is not the case, at least not with this red pigment. So if you have this ongoing task right here, when it's gone, it's gone. And if you haven't come in to collect these, then they are not going to count for you. So now, if you don't get this until the next morning and then you collect these and it's a brand new task, then these that are already done will apply toward it. But you can't just put the remaining 5 last ones in there and think you're going to get credit for that and go off to bed or work or whatever. You won't get credit for that. So I kind of lost this one because I went to bed and woke up in the morning and that was just gone. Did not apply. All right, so this is sort of an open question. Right now, when you get these chests for completing a level, there are no timers on here, so I'm assuming there aren't going to be any timers. People have asked, well, what about when Seaside Season ends in 50 whatever days? I don't see any timer at all, so I think that we're going to be able to just keep these on our island. Now, my tip here is that this has got 12 chicken feed and 12 cow feed in it. So if you don't open those and save those up, and you're doing something, say like the Island of Accord trials, and you're going to be, having to feed like 300 chickens or 300 cows and crafting all that cow food, well, you can save this and don't open those until you're doing a trial on Accord, and then you will get a big dump of all this food that you're going to need to complete those trials on Accord. So that's just one tip. Okay, exact same tip, and the reason for wanting to hang on to this chest is because it has 4 lures in it, and you know that in your lure station, lure is such a hard word for me to say, crafting your fish lures, you can only hold 20 and then get above that only by collecting this way. So at least have a full tackle box before you're collecting these. If you're doing something like Accord where you're going to be required to do a great deal of fishing in a certain amount of time. So anyway, you might want to hang on to those chests for that. Okay, just one other little tidbit. So this is regarding the island of olive groves. Now, I talked about there's fishing on olive groves. You can catch butterflies on olive groves. You can use your strength up on olive groves by catching butterflies or by sifting in the debris piles on the beach. The problem is if you don't have olive groves, it's a lot even to get it open. And I'm not sure at what point during that quest you can actually start to sift on the beach. I think it's relatively soon. And I'm pretty sure it's after this. So if you wanted to open that island up, this is what you would need to do. First, you would need to get Raphael off your beach, which requires making this luminescence thing here. And then you got to do these other parts, and you do have to actually have the loom. So if you don't have the loom and you don't want to get rid of all this, then just skip that one. Just, eh, just don't use that island is what I was going to say. Okay, finally. It took me a minute to get over my pissiness about this update, I have to tell you, friends. Basically, I would love to have this, and I don't have the $24.99 to waste on that right now because, I have a ton of kids and all of that. There are times when I can put a few dollars here and there into my game, but I basically don't go beyond filling my cornucopia on my main account. So this bothers me a little bit that this isn't something as a permanent part of our game, not something that everybody can work toward. I don't like that it's a permanent part that everybody can't work toward. I mean, some things are more difficult and take longer for people that don't spend money, and people that do spend money can get it done a lot quicker, and that's great. But I like it when everybody gets to work toward the same thing, at least as far as permanent quests go. So this hurt my feelings a little bit, I have to say. Dear game, this hurt my feelings. I did not buy the golden ticket. If you do want it, let me give you the price on that. It's $24.99, and that's great and a lot of extra things. But if you don't buy the ticket, there are still many, many, many great things you can get. And with a lot less stress than the people that bought the golden ticket are going through, let me tell you. So anyway, there's my complaint about it, and if you're in my group or posting on YouTube, I realize this can be frustrating for some people, and personally I try to stay quiet about it so that I wasn't bad-mouthing or creating a lot of negativity. I do not like negativity. So if you're going to complain about this, please do it in a way that's not really, really hostile toward the game, because I just can't take that, and I usually end up just deleting. All right, there you go. That's my input about Seaside Season for the moment. And right now I'm just really enjoying, in a leisurely way, getting this stuff down here on the bottom. One other thing I wanted to say is that if you get a task that you can't complete because you don't have that crafting station, just skip it. Hopefully we all get to the end levels. If not, I'm sure they'll do another one of these. And to those of you that are working this up here, I know that's stressing a lot of you out because it is a lot of work, but good on you for doing that. And let's try to keep comments positive, please. And Hey y'all, please don't forget to hit the like button, to follow my channel by subscribing. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's totally free and helps me out, and share my videos, and thank you so much. And update tomorrow, I'll be back for that. Thank you. I hope everybody is having a great Monday, and yay, spring is on the way. Yay. All right, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much.